It's done. It's over. Only no, it isn't, because the best part of this finale is how it serves as a perfect bookend, and I would be perfectly satisfied with it ending just here, but also I do really want future spin offs and sequels, and they're set up in this, and there's plenty of open room for them, and Disney, make it happen, you have the power, make it happen, you bake it! Let's start off with the cons, because there aren't that many of them, and also, if I end with a con, it's gonna leave the video on a sour note. First off, I know that they had to be hyper-focused on the plot itself, like the main story, but I would have liked to see more of V and Hootie and other characters who weren't necessarily central to the plot, but were important otherwise. I mean, the end of it was a good way to hear everybody's voices for the last time, but if we heard them before that, it might have been a lot more satisfying. Secondly, this one's a little petty and kind of pathetic, honestly. But there is still a small piece of me that wishes that the episode ended with Dipper Pines and Anne Boone Choi recruiting Luce to a multiversal agency. I know they're in the same universe anyways, and it doesn't matter if they have any further connection beyond that, but just imagine all of the interactions that could have happened. Pacifica and Sasha could have stopped Basha from going down the same path they did. Marcy could have DM'd a game for Dipper and Luce. And Blubs and Derland could have funded a gay education group with Amity and the robot girls from Amphibia. Now that I've gotten my two problems out of the way, and I'm not kidding, those are the only problems I had with the episode, let's get into the pros, because there are a lot of them. The Titan was a couch dad. I'll be honest, I had no idea how they were gonna handle the arc with King's dad and how they were gonna end it, but if you had asked me to come up with 100 ideas, none of them would have been as satisfying as him just being a goofy dad who can't be with his son and has to watch him through the portal world. And then ending it with his soul being freed and a callback to the Lucid King comedy hour. Second, I am very glad that the Collector had a redemption arc, because if they did the same oh, this person was the real villain the whole time thing, it would have been weird, because this project, as we all know, is way more creative than most Disney projects, and if they did it in a cliche way like that, it would have been unsatisfying. In fact, this entire episode and what they do with it just seems like a massive kick to the face of Disney. Oh, this villain is being redeemed? Nope, they're pure evil. Oh, this person was the real bad guy the whole time? Nope, you got it right the first time. Oh, the two characters from different worlds have to be separated and can't be together? Not if the gays have anything to say about it. The final battle with Bellows is the design of him taking over the heart of the Titan was so cool. The way that it kind of looked like a time lapse of mold growing when his flesh was taking over the Boiling Isles. Luce turning into Chris Nolan's adaptation of The Good Witch Azura was incredible. I was sitting down when I watched this episode, and when Luce started her speech before defeating Bellows, I started fist pumping because I knew how it was gonna end. And when she said, "Now eat this, sucker," I entered a new plane of satisfaction. The epilogue was the perfect falling action for the show. It was very fun to see how everybody grew up, what happened to the Isles after the events of the show, and what everybody started doing when they had no more worlds to save. Also, it's a minor thing, but I love how Luce's coursework looks like it belongs on the Facebook page of a cringy grandparent with the caption, "This is what the left want." The quinceañera was an amazing way to reference something that fans would have known about in the Ask Me Anything that Dana Terrace threw, where she said that a quinceañera for Luce would have been dependent on a third season. And also, it was just a great way to bring everybody back together one last time. And also, while I don't know if this was the intention, and obviously I can't speak for Luce since she's a fictional character, I feel like the way the quinceañera got mistranslated and then just became an amalgamation of a party and a nightmare just seems like the perfect event to celebrate Luce. In conclusion, and like I said earlier, the way that the finale leaves a ton of doors open for future projects, but also nothing in the other room for you to clean up, is just so satisfying, and like I said, I really want them to make a spin-off. If you want to know a spin-off idea that I had, you can check out the first episode of my playlist in Sassos. It has aged horribly with what happened in the show, but again, if the story just concluded here with no spin-off, no follow-up adventures, no crossovers with Amphibia or Gravity Falls, I wouldn't really have any major problems with it. Because the finale is what the show always was. The finale is dark and twisted. The finale is kind of depressing at times. The finale is hopeful. The finale is different, which is what the Owl House was always prided on being, and also why Disney canceled it. Overall, on a scale of 10 staffs, I give it 9 and a palisman. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review of the Owl House, blast that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss another video. When you click subscribe, click the bell to the side. That way you can be notified. And until next time, it's time for me to fly off into the sky. See ya! Do 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 do. Do 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 hey do 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 hey do 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 do.